Well, let's get to meteorologist Alison Pryor on this Storm Alert Weather Day. Alison, they were lucky because they were worried about making sure they got there and been in this morning for the opening of school day. But when they let out today, it probably will be a different story.
Yeah, Latrice, my mindset was thinking the same thing that you were. I was thinking, oh my goodness, I'm so glad that they did that this morning, because that heavy rain, it is already impacting areas west of Chattanooga, and it's going to continue to move through this afternoon. Today is a Storm Alert Weather Day, at least for the next few hours. So here's what we're expecting. Widespread rain from now all the way until 5 o'clock. The greatest coverage is going to happen from about 12:30 to 4 p.m. That's when most of our area is going to be covered up with that consistent rain. Now, the rain will be heavy at times, but the overall rainfall totals are trending down a little bit for today. So that's some good news. We're now looking at about a quarter of an inch up to an inch and a half. Now, I think the biggest impact is going to be disruptions to your midday and your after school commute. So I know not all schools are back yet, but for those that are, they've been off for the past couple of months. You're not used to seeing school buses, but they're going to be on the roads this afternoon. Be mindful of that. Be mindful of those cars waiting in line to pick up the kids. That's going to have that rainfall ongoing. Now, there will still be a low risk that remains for some localized flooding, as a few spots may end up with more than that inch and a half of rainfall. And embedded within that, we could still see an isolated strong to severe storm. So a lot of things just kind of to keep in mind, but especially for your travel plans, you're driving this afternoon, just be aware of wet roads and take it a little bit slow as that progresses through. So here's the radar right now. We continue to see that expansion as this rain moves from the northwest to the southeast. So not much ongoing at this time in Georgia or in Cherokee County, but that's going to continue to progress. So let's zoom in where we do have that heavy rainfall at this time. It has kind of fallen right over the Sequatchie Valley, and now it's starting to rise back up the higher elevations, those ridge lines in Sequatchie County, Marion County, pushing into Hamilton County, right around the borders of Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, and there's that streak dipping through northern portions of Jackson County. Still have that special weather statement in north central Jackson County, but it does look like that line has weakened a little bit. There still may be a few spots of some gusty wind in there up to 30 miles per hour, but most likely it's just that heavy rain that's coming down. So we know we have this initial band of heavy rain, but what is behind it? Behind it is just a lot of consistent, steady rain that we're going to be talking about for the afternoon. This whole burst that you're seeing right here is moving from northwest to southeast. So that's what's going to slide across our area. With that, you're also going to get denser cloud cover. We've had a little bit of thinning of clouds for some of our Alabama and Georgia communities. Temperatures there a little bit warmer, but as this moves to the southeast, that's going to start to become denser for you as well. So as we look at FUTURECAST, here's 1:30 in the afternoon, continuing to see that progression moving to the southeast. How about the middle of the afternoon, about 2:30? This is what I'm talking about, 2:33. 3:30 as kids are getting out of school. That's when we're going to have that widespread coverage across the area with individual pockets of that heavy rainfall. Now, again, the greatest coverage from about 2:30 to 4 o'clock. As we get to the hour between about 4 and 5 p.m., it starts to push out of our area. And after about 5 o'clock, there's not much to go for your evening time, maybe a sporadic shower here or there. That's about it. Let me take you to the overnight hours, because early on Friday morning, we'll start to see a few things bubbling up to the southwest of Chattanooga. So let's finish going through your Friday then. Here's about 8:30, seeing more rain and storms starting to head our way. So scattered activity for Friday, it's still possible. I think later in the day on Friday, though, we're going to get kind of that mix of sun and clouds and just some sporadic showers and downpours after that. On Saturday, we'll continue with the partly sunny skies and a couple of isolated storms here and there. So especially for today, we want you to be mindful of the roads. Know that there could still be some spots of localized flooding and also some gusty wind. I think the bigger thing is going to be that midday afternoon commute. Just stay safe as we have that consistent rainfall moving across our area. Latrice?
Okay, thank you, Allison.